What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today, I asked my viewers, as you guys, what to talk about in one of my videos, and Juniper, I put it up on the screen here, wanted me to talk about the guilt for not being okay, even when I should be. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel that a lot. And the number one reason why I feel like I should be okay, or I feel bad for not being okay, is because of my situation and always comparing myself. And even when I know I shouldn't, or even when I know that it's okay to feel sad or down or whatever I'm feeling, I just sometimes feel so bad because I have a better situation than others. And genuinely, I shouldn't feel this way, especially when so much people out there have it way harder than I do, right? And that's probably one of the biggest um times that I'll always feel guilty for, you know, being sad or having, being a certain way is, I always feel bad. And even though I have a great support circle around me, I have great friends, great family, um, honestly, it just, it just never helps. Like, I can talk to them, I can vent to them, I can talk about my problems, what I'm going through, what I'm doing, and I'll still feel the same at the end of the day. And it won't even feel like I've changed. It won't even feel like I've gotten better. And sometimes I just feel bad. Sometimes I actually don't even know how to get better. And I just wish that sometimes when I talk to people about my problems, I wish that I would feel better after talking about my problems. I would feel like a burden has been lifted off of me. But at this point, I feel like whenever I talk about my issues, my problems, and whatever I'm going through in life, I feel like I'm burdening other people. I feel like I'm just transferring the weight onto them. So that's why I almost never talk about my problems, because it just feels like if it doesn't help me, why should I transfer it onto somebody else? And I'm not gonna lie, I always feel like feel pretty shit because out of the people to experience this, out of the people to feel this way, I feel like I shouldn't feel this way. I shouldn't be this sad and I shouldn't be this down. Because, people have it worse. People have way worse lives and situations than what I have now. And that's definitely one of the biggest reasons why I always feel like I feel guilty for being sad. I feel guilty for feeling a certain way. And sometimes even my family makes me feel that way, that I shouldn't feel sad or I shouldn't feel this way because of the life I was born with the opportunity I have, and how, just my parents like tried for me, I guess, the great life that they gave me, right? But I can't help it. I can't help but feel like 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 I'm nothing, like I'm worthless. I can't help but feel like I'm burdening people. And I know a lot of people reassure me that they're like, "Oh, no, it's okay, don't worry about it, you're not burdening me. Tell me about all your problems and blah blah blah." And who knows, this may just be something with me, maybe I just will always feel like I'm burdening some people. Maybe I will always just feel like a loser, I just don't want people to feel the pain that I feel, so I will never try to ask for help. And honestly, at this point, I'm pretty used to it, not asking for help and just, being alone, I guess, or figuring shit and solving stuff on my own that is very rough to somebody, I guess. That makes sense. Like, I could be in the worst place mentally, and just because of the guilt I feel, just because of how I feel about the situation, I would just never ask for help. Because that I feel so much guilt, I feel so much pain, and I just don't want to burden anybody that I just won't ask for help until I'm on my last dying breath. And it might be like that for a while, or it'll probably be like that forever. No matter how many times someone reassures me, no matter how kind, how nice, and just how much of a great listener they are to me, I will never get over the feeling that I'm burdening them with my problems and I'm just transferring my pain to them. That's why I never ask for help. And whether it be a good thing, a bad thing, or whatever, it's just something that has stayed with me throughout my life. And every now and then, I'll think about it and it'll come up and I'll feel guilt. And I always try to, you know, not feel that way because I know a lot of people have their own problems and you shouldn't downplay how you feel just because of your life compared to someone else, if that makes sense. I think, in my opinion, I think comparing yourself like that is probably one of the like worst things you can do for yourself. And I'm not gonna lie to a lot of people will like do think that way and they will try to turn it into motivation, discipline, whatever, right? But which is completely fine, right? But my thing is that you should be aware. It's like you shouldn't that mentality is dangerous for some people and it will not work for some people. So things that are if you don't know the person on a deeper level, then I would never push something like that onto somebody in my opinion. And that's just, you know, that's just me, I guess.